This is my art book. This mixed media right here. My art book. How do I look? Do I look an artist? Yeah? Okay. Alright. Let's get to it now. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Fredell Reacts. And today I have the honor and the special privilege of showing y'all my very first complete to my satisfaction art book. This is an old book, so 2024 book. On the first page, pretty blank. Right here I have dude in a bathtub relaxing. I guess that was an idea in which I had previously when it came to me. But now as I read it, it kind of sounds like gibberish and I'm not really too sure on where to go with it, but hopefully eventually it might catch up. Let's check out the second page. Alright! This right here was my human anatomy phase. Well, not really human anatomy. I didn't really I thought about taking it that seriously, but I never really got to all that. As you can see, I got his pelvic bone right here. Pelvic bone. We got the bones coming down here. And with this piece, I was gonna put waste, like food that we consume in his belly. And then somehow I was gonna try to find where the water is in our body. It's been said for a long time now, as we've been in school, that we are 99% water. The human body is 99% water. So, okay, where's all that water? Where's all that water? Because if you ever seen someone bleed, someone get stabbed or something like that, it's like they leak out blood. We never really see the water. So I guess with this piece, I was gonna go into details on where I think the water circulates and all that good stuff, but as you can see, I never really did much with it. I can still continue, but we'll see for the future. And yeah, next page. Right here, I already put redo. I'm not too sure what the inspiration for this one was, but as you can see, it's a pill bottle and we have a girl floating. I think what I was thinking, now that I'm thinking about it, what I was thinking around that time was medication. Medicated. I was thinking medicated. And I guess the appeal of medicated was a girl. Because probably it might be taken more seriously or something. But I don't, just thought it would be cool. I thought about putting somebody in there, they're medicated. They're in the pill bottle. They are in that world of medicine. And I got tiny air bubbles. And this is a redo for a reason, because I thought this was really special. And I didn't really have the tool or the time to really execute it. But as it is right now, I might come back and finish it, but I'm gonna just keep on moving along. And we have a sequel to it. So as I was thinking about being medicated, I thought about, well, I got the first page, and things like museums, they always require a person to have a series of work. It can never really be just one thing. It kind of has if you draw one thing, you need to kind of have a body of work in order to manage a series, so people can see what else you have to offer within that style of stuff. So that's when I came up with this. And this right here, I think the background is a deserty area. It's just more pills again, medicated. I can put redo. I have an idea what to do with this, but I'm probably save it for the future. Yeah, what do you think about this? And continuing, right here, I have a little bit of a character design. I was trying to do a character, but I never really quite finished it. It's supposed to be his hair. Yeah, I see. Kind of bunched up in there. But right here, this is also another redo. As you can see right here, this is another redo. And what I was trying to depict in here was what it feels like when you are departing, transitioning into the Father. Because this huge being right here, this character is supposed to be the Father, it's supposed to be God. And it's kind of like, how would, like, relinquishing our souls. Relinquish, yeah. What I was trying to get to here was relinquishing our souls to the Father. Because we already belong to Him, and I was trying to draw how that would look like, just that feeling of letting go, euphoric, and in this we're relinquishing our souls to the Lord, and it's like this huge being. I might add some color to it on paper, but I know for sure it has to be a painting or something even bigger. Because as I finished drawing it, I just thought it was so cool that I need to fully finish it on another space. And right here at the top, that's why I drew the outline for it first, because I didn't quite understand how it was gonna be. I could picture it in my mind, but I was like, let me get a rough sketch real quick, and that's what I did right there. And then boom, I brought this. And yeah, redo, keep the same. I wouldn't change anything much about it. And yeah, on to the next page. Right here. These are super sick. At the time I drew these, I just thought, wow, these are super sick. And between like these two pages, I don't know which one it was that I did first, because you can see we have a character from Among Us. Obviously, I kind of made him built my own style. It looks pretty dope. I might do a redo, because I put redo on this. I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm gonna try to get like different variations. Please don't steal my ideas. I don't know if someone already did this, but it looked pretty cool. And after I drew this Among Us, I kind of went up top and drew just a little Among Us, just to kind of make sure that I did it correctly, because it was kind of looking newish. The one they was looking newish compared to the original game creation one that they have out there. So I drew this just to see, and it matched pretty much. We got backpack, glasses, Among Us, all in red. And yeah, I thought it would look pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, between this and this, I didn't know which one I did first. I'm not really sure, but I think I started with these. This is what led to the inspiration of these big characters right here. So I was just doodling. I did like a figurine of a person, and then I started just shading the inside of it. And I was like, oh, this turned out pretty cool. Let me get a bigger version. And then boom, I came up with this. And then next page right here, I came up with this Atomic Monkey, which I can see in the name, Atomic Monkey, question mark. Is that gonna be his name? I think with this one, I was thinking about doing those NFTs, because at the time NFTs were very popular. I was like, this is a pretty cool character, Atomic Monkey, kind of looks like a bear a little bit, but it's like the inside of this, like he's inside the shell, and it's supposed to be like see-through almost. That's why there's all these kind of highlights going on. But yeah, Atomic Monkey. And I kind of just went around. I started doodling a little bit. I have maybe, I like the way I wrote it. It was kind of cool. Get the B, and then we got the E, the M, the A, the Y was like an A, maybe. Yup, maybe all together. And then I put NFT project, because that's what I thought it felt more like, And I also put redo, because I thought it looked pretty cool. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with all these redos, but it's the fact that it just looks so cool to me that I'm just like, wow, I gotta do something more. I can't just leave them on the regular page. And yeah, and right here, oh my, this right here is when me and my brother was trying to come up with like apparel designs, and I drew the sweater, I drew the pants, and then he came up with he put the Sprite right here. I think, yeah, that's what he wrote. He wrote Sprite, and at the time I was like, "What are you doing? And then I realized that he wrote it upside down, because the bottom of the pants, like the joggers, the cuffs of the joggers, is kind of like a cap. So he put a line, he put Sprite, and then if you flip it upside down, it can be like a drink bottle, Sprite. And I was like, oh, okay. yeah, and especially now that I'm seeing it, it looks even dope. Because at the time that it was happening, I was like, what is he doing? Is he trying to mess up my design? But he just added to it, and I think it looks pretty cool now. This is something I would definitely wear if it was to be brought to life. Once again, don't steal my ideas, man, but if you do your thing, you do your thing, you know. I feel like creativity bounces from one person to the next, so yeah, catch on, just don't be original about it. Be original about it. And oh my god, this right here is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. This is a tragedy, but I feel like I have inspiration from it. So this right here was actually supposed to be the upgraded version of this. Because this is like, to me, it's like an atomic space ballerina. Because we have the tutu, the hands up, the legs, and once again, I kind of went up and drew my logo, my stamp, my mark, whatever y'all want to call it, or I should call it. And I did this, I was like, I was satisfied with it, but I knew that was not the finished product of it. I wanted to add more, and I thought about adding a head. And as I was going about it, I came out with this funky design. But yeah, this is the original work right here. I think I know what I'm gonna do with it, so I'm gonna just continue. And next, what we got here? Yeah, I very much so love these guys. I don't think that I doodle. I don't think that I doodle too often, but this is one thing I thought it was pretty cool. I was thinking about animals, and instead of drawing the actual animal, I wanted to just do like outlines of them, shadows of them, and then I just started going crazy. We got a turtle right here. I labeled turtle, another turtle. We got 3 turtles in here. And this right here, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Maybe a beaver or a narwhal, something. But I know this is supposed to be a dog. So it's supposed to be a dog. And then this right here, maybe a square or something, but I'm not too sure anymore. It's been quite a while. I got a star right here, and then once again, the FR. I really love it. For reals, you know. That's what I wanted to be. That's what I wanted to stand for. When people look at it, it's like, oh, for reals, keep it 100 type stuff, you know. Just kind of like be honest, be real about it, you know, no fake. And that's what I'm trying to work on. So it's not just like, if I ever do bring it to life, bring it out there, it's not just something to wear. It's kind of like how Nike be like, just do it, you know. And most people that usually wear Nikes, like athletes, which are people that we would see as people that just go out there and they do it. So for real, it'd be like, you're just being real, you know, no matter what it is, what part of life you're doing, you're just being for real about it. And right here, this was probably the most randomest project I ever did. This would be called the Evil Eye. But as I was drawing it, I kind of felt a little bit spectacle of it. So I was like, I did my research. I went online, I typed in Evil Eye, and I saw like different variations of it, different colors. And I saw one that talked about how it was not some evil eye, you know, and I wrote up here, so let me read from it. It's like the evil eye. Okay, I call it the watching eye. I don't know but yeah, the watching eye is what I call it. The watching eye, also known as an evil eye, but I'm not sure on all these things, and I would like to think that there's more to it, you know. I would like to think that there is more to behind the evil eye, but it's not something that I'm gonna go around playing with. Because curiosity killed the cat, you know, all that thing. But yeah, let's take a look at it. Let me peel this off. And voila! It's supposed to be like a realistic eye underneath, and this big old dot supposed to make it look less spooky. But it was like the paint, the black marker kind of wore out. I put the tape behind it, called it black, and boom, bam, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand like that. But yeah, let's continue this tour. Oh man, I don't even know how long this is gonna be. This right here, I think I try to replicate the things that I did before. And right here we have some flower designs. And next I have is this right here was supposed to be, well, it's a tattoo design, and it was supposed to be for a friend. And they said something about like breath, and they wanted something as well to do with their name, you know. So I thought about breathing, you know, what goes with breathing. I came up with the lungs, and then after that, I put some flowers because you're blooming. Every time you breathe, it's kind of like you're blooming, and then I put the blade in there to represent their name, and it's kind of like it's telling them to breathe, you know. So every time they would look at it, it's like, hey, breathe, you know. And I don't think I showed it to them. They didn't really want it. They wanted something else that was already online, but it didn't really discourage me much. So I went on and continued a different variation. I did a heartbeat for the lungs with the same flowers blooming, and I just got bored. I was like, I'm kind of on a run right now. You know, I'm already doing tattoo design. Let me kind of add a little bit more. And so I drew a lollipop, and I was being silly with it. And on the lollipop it says, "Stick to me, cause I'm stuck on you." Question mark. You know, candy sticks after you give it a lick. Then on to the next page. This right here, this was a vision board for a bunch of pieces that I wanted to do digitally, and here they are. It took me a while, but I was able to produce them as fast as I can, and these were what I came up with. These were like the final version of them after I drew them down and I put them to the digital work. And this right here I thought was pretty cool. This is something like one of my vision board. This was something random that came out of nowhere. I feel like I should use it somehow, but I'm not sure, because this is a star, and right here it's supposed to be a judge, but he looks more like a polar bear fighters. And the star is like on trial, and the bear fighter judge is kind of like rock on type sign behind it. And this project, I was gonna call it Shooting Star, which is what I call it now since I finished it, and it looks good to me. Let's continue. And right here is kind of like my ideas on things to draw and to fill into my sketchbook, so I can finally have a completed book. And right here is another inspirational doodle that I feel like I can use in the future. This one right here, I was looking at a door. You know how like doors have like unique like engravings inside them? So the one I was looking at, I kind of saw a duck. In a pond, and the pond kind of reminded me of like the shape of an eye, like the thing that holds our eyeballs. So the duck is the pupil, and then the eyelashes or the trees, and then kind of just one twisted. And at the top right here, an emoji face. I wanted an emoji face. I was just doing it. And then I drew a baby. It's supposed to be like a pencil. It's like a small pencil. After you use it and it wears down, you take off everything. And he's crying because he's been reduced to a baby pencil. And right here is a seed. Thank y'all. Because this tour is kind of long so far. And next page. This right here was the first rough draft for my Shooting Star project. This one right here was the main vision of the Shooting Star project, and we got the sun, the moon, and the star is just shooting from it, coming to Earth like full blast. This one right here was supposed to be for Earth Day. I never really got to it. I think I got tired or I got lazy. I was like, the way I envisioned it requires a lot of work that I wasn't quite ready to put at that time, but as I'm hearing it, I feel like I might really get into it. He has the whole world in his hands. If you don't understand it, you don't understand. So that's the idea and the focus of it. He has the whole world in his hands. You know? And then right here, another shooting star project. The sun and the light is dancing, hanging over him. I think the digital one looks better than this one, definitely. And the back right here, this is star. I called it a wishing star when I was drawing it. It was like he's just looking up at the light. We are the stars. That's how I was trying to go about it. We are stars as well. We too are stars. Just like the sun that came down for us, we too are stars. And he's looking at the light. This one right here is the Astro Boots. I drew this around the time that the whole idea of the Astro Boots came out to real life. Some guy decided to make Astro Boy boot shoes, and they was very popular. And I kind of thought, let me hop on the trend. So I drew Astro Boy, I drew the boots, and then an idea came to me is there an Astro Girl? So I drew Astro Girl, and I found out what her boots would look like, and I also drew it Lady Astro Boots, question mark. Astro Boots, I think it looked pretty dope around that time. It still looks dope to me. I can probably do something with it, honestly. I could probably do something. Visualize it, put it on a bigger canvas or something. Who knows? I'm gonna see. Recycling art. And we go to the back. Continued. But on this page, Astro Boy doesn't really look astro. It kind of looks like not Megamind. Mega Boy? I think that's his name, Mega Boy. I'm not too sure, but this is what it looks like. And then Lady Astro once again. And right here we have a deer. Yep, sorry, I didn't mean to show y'all all that ass. And I think this is where we're almost coming to an end of this book. Right here, I'm not too sure what I was trying to draw, but I think I was trying to go for portrait. But as y'all can see, I kind of like gave up halfway, kind of just like. And right back here, this was a rough draft of an acquaintance of mine. He wanted me to draw his kids, and at the time I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, I was gonna get paid for it, but as I got to the canvas, it wasn't really it didn't really feel like that's something I should do. But I took it to the book, and I kind of came out with their outlines. It came out pretty good. Like, look at it. Just by looking at their pictures, kind of just laid out their outline. But as I was putting on the canvas, I was kind of like, I'm not really feeling it, so I kind of abandoned it. But looking back on it now, I feel like there's something that I could have really accomplished this task and got paid for it. But I chose how I felt versus seeing if someone was going to be okay with the vision that I was going to bring to life. And I didn't want to do anything twice. And yeah, I'm going backwards now, so open up the book again. Another deer. And some more flowers. This one's pretty cool. I like the metallic looking feel it has going on. Same variation. I was trying to keep it consistent. I'm not sure. I think I was trying to do a different flower this time. I don't know what's going on right here, but these two. And right here, doodle. We got mad coins. I started off with this one. I thought, I was just circling, and then I just kind of went for it, and it turned out to look like a coin to me, and I was like, oh, a coin. So I just kept on going, and I made a bunch of coins. So this was just like a random doodle page. And another deer. Another deer. Random doodle. Unfinished art piece can also be a masterpiece. Always come back to your art. You never know how it might inspire you. And right here, this is something I was thinking about doing digitally or on a painting. I had a balloon. I had a glove balloon. I don't know if y'all ever I had played with plastic gloves and just blew it up, and you get a glove balloon. So I had a glove balloon. I tied it up, and I was ready to kind of throw it away. But as I looked at it, I started seeing art from it. I started seeing creativity, and I was like, the first thing I saw was a duck, and it's a yapper, you know. Got his teeth. This is the mouth open. The duck is obviously talking. He's a yapper. That's what I drew right here. It's a yapper. Is what I call him. Yapper. And right here, I tried drawing a person. But exactly, this was pure pen work. Pure pen work, and then I stopped. I'm not sure who I was trying to draw, but I'm getting like Tyler the Creator, maybe something. Get his tongue out. That's the only person I can think of, celebrity-wise, in which you will find on the internet. Their tongue out right away. Tyler the Creator. That's what I was trying to draw. And what's on this page? Oh yeah, more variations, more things that came to me as I looked at that balloon glove. Super Mouse. This was his first design, and then I was like, I wanted him to be like more muscular. So I came to this side. Super Mouse. Got the M on his chest, more puffed out, small hands, whiskers, nose, ears. You know, as y'all can see, it's still the same shape. It's still the same shape as the yapper. I was using that shape that I saw from the glove balloon to create various variations of something from it. Because as I looked at it, more came to me, and I just couldn't help but put it down. And next page, the yapper has finally closed his mouth. Alright. And then eventually the balloon glove started looking like a mosquito to me, so I drew a balloon mosquito. And right here, this one too. But I don't think this one was really inspired much by the balloon glove. It's kind of like after I got all those ideas, I was like, maybe I should draw a frog too. So I kind of went at it. I didn't really finish its outline, as you can see. And right here, I have a fly from the balloon glove inspiration. And I drew the fly again. Made him a little bit more skinny. And I think he's supposed to be like sucking on a straw or something, but it's not that quite visible. But we're finna get to it. And then we have a dog. And I think this was supposed to be scissors. Because once again, I was looking at something and I drew aspiration. This was like on the wall. I looked at a wall somewhere and I saw a dog with a heart, and then it was scissors around it, but I looked away for too long and I kind of lost that vision, inspiration. So yeah, this is for my very first complete sketchbook. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all saw some decent stuff in there that inspired y'all. I want to see what y'all able to create. I can't wait to see what it is that I'm gonna create. And from those stuff that were labeled redos, I'm gonna for sure bring them back up and show y'all what I did with them. So once again, you're watching Fidel React. Thank y'all for coming, taking out time, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the better side. Peace.